Hi, it's me Hannie, and today I'll be introducing to you all about gluten. In a lot of food labels nowadays, companies advertise that their food products are gluten-free, and it sounds healthy, but I don't think we exactly know what gluten is. So today I'll be introducing to you what gluten is, why you should or should not go on a gluten-free diet, and things you can eat if you choose to go on a gluten-free diet. Before you continue, make sure to turn on the subtitles and use the video chapters to get to the section that you want in the video. So now let's get started. So what is gluten exactly? Well, this is actually very simple. It's a protein made by wheat, rye, and barley. And when gluten is combined with water, it becomes sticky like dough. So that's why we use wheat flour to make dough for cookies and bread. Why should you go gluten-free? The first reason is if you have a wheat allergy, so that means you get allergic symptoms when you eat wheat, such as difficulty breathing, runny nose, and hives. The second reason is celiac disease, and this is an autoimmune disease where when you eat gluten, your digestive system inflates and cannot absorb nutrients, leading to bloating, gas, stomach pain, and if it's really bad, anemia and bone weakness. The third reason is non-celiac gluten sensitivity, and this is when you don't have celiac disease or a wheat allergy, but you're still sensitive to gluten and you get negative symptoms like stomach pain, skin rash, and fatigue. And some scientists think that you might not even be sensitive to the gluten, but to the sugar called fructan, which is found in wheat. The fourth reason that you should avoid it is if you have hypo or hyperthyroidism, and this is a disease in which the thyroid right here creates too much or too little thyroid hormone, which affects your metabolism. So the cause of hypothyroidism is Hashimoto's disease, and the cause of hyperthyroidism is Graves' disease, and this is an autoimmune disease where antibodies are present right here to fight against thyroid tissue. So when you eat gluten, and interestingly, the structure of gluten is similar to the structure of thyroid, so the antibodies increase and fight against the gluten, thinking that it's thyroid. Hi, this is a quick interception from editing Hannie. Sorry for the poor laptop camera quality. But anyways, while I was editing the video, I was researching more about this topic, and I found out that gliadin is a component of gluten, and the structure of gliadin is similar to the structure of transglutaminase, and this is an enzyme found in thyroid. So if you have hyper or hypothyroidism, antibodies are present in the body to fight against transglutaminase, not the actual thyroid. So when you eat gluten, since the structure of gluten is similar to the structure of transglutaminase, antibodies react and fight, thinking that the harmless gluten is transglutaminase, and this increase in antibodies can affect the thyroid. If you have any of these 4 conditions, make sure to check with the doctor, and if you do, then you should definitely opt for going on a gluten-free diet. However, if you don't fall under these 4 conditions and you don't really experience any negative symptoms when you eat gluten, don't avoid it. There's no need to. In fact, in whole wheat, there's a lot of good stuff like fiber and polyunsaturated fats that you don't want to miss out on. In fact, in order to make products gluten-free, food companies add like more fat and more sugar so that it has a similar consistency to things with gluten. So if you don't need to eat gluten-free products, just eat gluten and avoid the added fat and sugar. If you decide to go gluten-free, then you should avoid wheat flour, and there are alternatives such as almond flour, coconut flour, rice flour, and cassava flour. As for oats naturally do not produce gluten. However, they can be made in a facility that processes wheat, so make sure to check that your oats are made in a gluten-free facility. And some gluten-free grains are rice, which is a staple in a lot of Asian cultures, quinoa, buckwheat, millet, amaranth, arrowroot, and tapioca flour, which is used to make boba. And basically all fruits, vegetables, meats, and beans are gluten-free. However, make sure to check the ingredients list of things that are processed and have added ingredients such as jam and seasonings to see if it contains gluten ingredients. And as I mentioned in all my videos, I will be introducing some snacks that are gluten-free. The first brand is Siete. I know I mentioned this brand a couple of times, and not only do they create chips, they also create cookies that are gluten-free, and they use a grain-free blend of almond, tapioca, arrowroot, cassava, and chickpea flour. The second snack is Simple Mills chocolate chip cookies. This is also a snack that I mentioned before, and they use almond flour instead of wheat flour. The third snack is grainless cassava and coconut tortilla chips from Trader Joe's, and they have a very crunchy texture and a subtle and salty taste. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope it informed you all you need to know about gluten. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment down below for other food topics that I should cover next. Bye!